Hey, what's happening with y'all, man? It's your boy Alix and back again with a brand
Was
new
good.
podcast. And welcome my co-host over here
Less in the flesh.
in the
Live with you on a
flesh.
Thursday night. What's going on?
Hey, what's happening? What's
What's
happening? Welcome
happening?
to a brand new podcast this Thursday afternoon, this Thursday evening, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, thank you all for joining us once again for a news packed day, really. You know what I'm saying? A lot can happen in a matter of 2 days from our last podcast. If y'all don't know, we do drop a brand new pod every Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday
So
and
make
Thursday.
sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, and comment to let us know how we doing, man. You know, we accept all criticism. So, but our last podcast, we was talking about, Kanye, Chris Paul, Kim Kardashian. If you wasn't tuned into that, then that means your notification bell was not on, my boy. So you need to go ahead and turn that thing on.
Doesn't you was just straight lacking.
Yeah,
In
lacking.
fact, you have missed the whole exposition and everything that went on with some of those stories.
Thanks. So,
You were dropping dimes.
how you been, man? How you been
Man,
since our last pod?
I did leg day yesterday.
Okay.
Working out was a struggle. Working today was a struggle, dog. I couldn't climb stairs. I couldn't hop on and off the trailer. It hurts just to sit down and stand up from my chair, dude.
Hey, that means you're doing something right. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
that
That
what
means you're doing
that means?
something right. It's going. It's. I don't know how often you do leg day, but the more you do leg day, the less sore you get. So
I've
that
been
just
out of it
means,
for a little bit, so
yeah, that
I
just
said,
means
let
you
me get right.
activating some muscles you ain't activating in a minute. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, stay active, stay active. You know what I'm saying? I always stay active, man. I got that creatine on me, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been pissing like a racehorse all day today. No god, bro. I've been back into drinking a gallon a day. Hey, like I told y'all last pod, man, right before we got off, man, make sure you drink your water, dog. I
Drink your
don't need
water,
y'all
please.
dying. Y'all need to be here to the very end, 50 years from now when we drop podcast number 1 million, our 1 million podcast. Y'all need to be there for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all 30,000 viewers that is tuned in right now. You feel me?
Appreciate y'all.
If you ain't here, then you missing out. You missing out. No cap. But the meat and potatoes story for today is the Brittany Griner situation that just went down not too long ago, like earlier today. We're gonna get into that later once the other 30,000 people tune in. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna start with some little appetizers. You feel me? To
What
get
you
us
got served
started.
up? Talk to me, chef.
I really want to talk about what we didn't get to last podcast, which is Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State. Um, I don't know if you know. Do you know anything about that story?
I know he's been popping up a lot lately. I know he came into some room where he was talking to people and he was, I guess, laying it on thick. What was that
Hmm.
all about? I don't know.
Well, supposedly, Mr. Dion, he was coaching at a historically black university, at HBCU, um, and called Jackson State. And he brought their football organization up like crazy. Like they're blowing teams out. They're doing really good because HBCUs aren't really known for sports like that.
Yeah.
That's not what a lot of us go to HBCUs for. Even though we be dogging people out there sometimes, but that's not like the bread and butter of HBCU. You know what I'm saying? So he came in as a coach with a lot of experience. You know, Deion Sanders, he's a historic player. Came in and really built the team on his back, and people feel a certain type of way because he left um, Jackson State and went to Colorado, University of Colorado, and which is a PWI um, if you don't know what PWI is, it's like a predominantly white institution. So people feel weird about it, especially because he's also taking 2-star players with him. And people don't really understand why. A lot of people feel like, he's turning on, us as black people. So how do you feel about that?
It has to be money involved, money or something. If
Yeah,
you're doing well, why leave?
He's getting paid way more, like way more. But the thing is, he's getting paid more than your average college coach in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pull up. I'm trying to turn down my brightness. That's what I'm trying to do, because I'm looking like I'm about to go to a PWI pretty soon.
Get the
You know what I'm
gates
saying? Because
I'm
I'm glowing.
Yeah, though, that's definitely money. Someone was like, they did that thing where they slide that note on the table and you pick it up. And you're like,
What did Drake say? Drake said, the only time I like the white boys is when they say sign here or something like that. What's that lyric, man?
I don't know that one. I like that though.
Man, hold on, bro. I gotta find that lyrics. Sign here, Drake.
And he took the 2-star players with him, man. That's a whole lot of money.
So it was in middle of the ocean. He said, "My favorite 2 words from you white boys is sign here." And then comes the sound of the glass clinking from the wine cheers.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. That's the lyric that I was looking for. But let's see how much Deion's getting paid. Sanders, Jackson, state salary. So, also I want to say I believe that when he first got to Jackson State, his salary, I believe he donated it, his entire salary, or like half a salary or something, to upgrade the facilities for the teams and all that stuff. So it's not like he really needs the money. You know what I'm saying? Clearly. Just putting that out there. He was getting $300,000 as a base salary.
God,
and then whoa. Oh wow. He's getting paid way more.
I'm telling you, it's money.
Like, it's not even close. Like,
money.
Okay, so at Jackson State, he was receiving $300,000 a year. All right. At University of Colorado, he's getting a 5-year deal for $30 million and an average payout of $5.9 million a year. So $6 million a year. He's going from $300K a year to $6 million a year.
Boy, you tell me you're not going to the PWI.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
I say PW.
What are we talking about?
Why not go?
Exactly. Why not? And before I even knew the money thing about him, I came across a clip on Twitter about because there was a viral thing that he said in his brand when he showed up to Colorado University. This is not a quote. This is just I'm just paraphrasing what he said. Basically, what he said in his new interview, there was a part where he said the crime rate is going to be lower, like pretty much at the school that he's at, and people had a real big issue with that. And it's because a lot of people didn't have context. Before I even talk about it, what do you think about him saying something like that?
There's a reason he said it. He wouldn't just pull it out the blue.
Let me see if I can pull up the clip really quick. I just want to pull this clip out because a lot of people didn't understand uh why he said that. So if you're like me and you know a little bit about this story, I want to clear it up for my boy Deion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pulling this up here. This is coming straight from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Um, Let me know if you could hear this, my boy.
God bless you. Appreciate everything. I'm pissed
All
off
right.
right now because I have mixed emotions. We won. Kids played really well. While the game was going on, somebody came in and stole every darn thing I had in my locker room, in the coach's office. Yeah, credit cards, wallet, watches. Thank God I had on my necklaces. How? So when I talk about equality and raising the standards, that goes for everyone, man. Not just the people on the field, not just the coaches, not just the teachers, not just the faculty, but that's everybody, security and everybody. So how do you think it feels coming back after just teary-eyed because the guys have presented me with the game ball, one of the best moments I've ever had in my professional sports career emotionally. And then you go into your locker room, your coach's office to digress, and you notice and you don't even have a phone to call your mama, to call your girl, to call your kids because it's been stolen.
That's pretty much the gist of things of why he said what he said. I could pull up that clip of him saying what he's saying. Um, but what's your thoughts on that about how he was robbed?
I can only imagine how that feels. That's like having something great taken away from you. And that's like they essentially robbed him of that good feeling. Like he couldn't even enjoy the rest of that because they stole from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty, like you could see the emotion in his face when he was saying that. Like you could tell at that point he was done with the school. He's like, "Yep, I'm out of here. Sick. I'm sick of every last one of y'all." All right, man. Could you imagine you out here? You donated money to the school. You got the school popping. You know what I'm saying? And they put a hit on you. Come on, man. There gotta be like some standards to robbing. Come on, man. We gotta put some standards on robbing. Or we could just not rob at all. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I would prefer that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. But damn, I had to get my man.
And his phone. What you gonna do with his phone, man? I'm pretty sure out of iPhone, you're not getting in that. You had that new iPhone 14. You're not getting in there, bro. That's very unfortunate. But that's pretty much sums up everything on that whole Deion Sanders thing. I just really wanted to bring it up as our first story because I've been thinking about it since our last podcast. Because I've been seeing other people talk about it, especially in like Twitter Spaces. They were like talking crazy on my man's Dion, calling him a sellout, a Uncle Ruckus, all that stuff, man. They was down playing my dog, man. I can't let that happen. Can't let that happen because that's crazy. That's crazy. But you got any news stories you want to talk about, man? We're gonna go ahead and move on from this topic.
Yeah, everybody's on some sketch stuff, dude. You heard about the Smash Brothers World Tour getting canceled?
No, I have no anything about that at all.
Man, they had so they were supposed to have Smash World Tour this year, which
Mm-hmm.
is like one of the biggest expositions for the Smash community. Uh, but there's a rival tournament that's going on. It's called Panda Global, or the Panda World Cup is what it's called. They're doing one as well. Everybody thought it was going to be fine. People had been getting ready, and then Nintendo recently announced that they're canceling the Smash World Tour because they don't have licensing to do the event.
Mm-hmm.
Without the licensing to do the event, uh, you would think that the Panda World Cup would get canceled too, but they actually got permission with Nintendo to host the event. People were like asking questions, saying, how come they're doing what is it that made them cancel it, basically. And they also had their CEO kind of like damping the flames for the Smash World Tour. He would come around and say, "Oh, I wouldn't partner with that event because they don't have the stuff that they need," and it just made it look sketch. So they ended up firing that guy, and they ended up canceling the World Cup as well, or the Panda Global Cup as well.
Hey man, all I gotta say is do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get everything squared away before you start making promises to people. You feel me? Because they announced this without having the licensing.
They announced it. They say that Nintendo agreed at first and said that it was okay, but then they decided to back out, and they feel like
Well, they don't have a contract.
no.
Well, then, hey, those people are just dumb. The people just dumb. What's
Well,
your
they've
thoughts on
also
it, man?
they've done many events in the past where they haven't done it, and Nintendo being the way that they are about hosting events, because they hold themselves to a different standard when it comes to public events, and they expect you to follow a certain protocol. So it can be very strenuous trying to get something approved. And the fact that they've done it so long and they've kind of ignored the community, letting them do whatever they want to do, I think that they should let the Smash Tour happen.
My thing is they can still do it. They're just not gonna make money off of it. They can't make money off of Nintendo's name.
But to do something that big will require a large amount of money. So you'd have to have people that come out of their pockets for it. Then
I'm
you still have to have a prize for the winners. Like
I'm
it's
pretty sure they can make a workaround, like call the event something else under a different name and have it as a scheduled event, like um during the showcase or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And just not have it be that name or have that brand associated with it. Just have it as a competition during whatever they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's ways that they could work around it. I just think that whoever is in charge of it just doesn't care enough.
I think if you want to broadcast it, you might have to have some permissions to do so.
I
Because you
don't
might
think
be just
so
calling
because if
people
you go
just
on Twitch, you can find people playing Smash and stuff like that, right?
yes, but I don't think that they're doing a tournament for money.
Yeah, but they're receiving donations playing the game, and I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's a workaround for it. They're just choosing not to do it, do the workaround. Cause even like the speed running stuff that they do on Twitch, they play some Nintendo games on there. They speed run Super Mario and stuff like that all the time at events, and I'm pretty sure there's a workaround. They're just choosing not to. Whoever is in charge of it just gave up. The community, if they really want to see who's the best, they can run their own tournament. They don't need a special event for it. There's plenty of um like I'm pretty sure all the top players know each other in some way and they could organize something.
They definitely do know each other in some way.
So I mean if they really want to do it, they can make it happen. They don't need to include Nintendo. It's not like by the time they get everything situated and it happens, it's done. You know what I'm saying? The content is already out there. You spent your $60. You bought the game. It's your game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you're not saying this is a Nintendo event and saying it's like, I don't know, FriendCon or something. All friends come and play friend games or something. They can name it after something else and then just still do whatever they need to do under one roof. You know what I'm saying? Like, and stream it and do everything that they need to do and make money from it.
Well, they're gonna have to figure something out because now both of the tournaments are canceled, and that's Association Panda Global is under a lot of flack because of it. So,
Yeah.
can
I
we see
mean,
if they
I
can-
would be able to, like, I guess, understand it more uh if I knew more about the event and like its history and stuff like that. But just based off what you told me, I feel like they could make it happen. Also, I do want to talk about the Video Games Awards. It's happening right now as we're doing this podcast. We will definitely be doing more gaming content on this channel as well. So we will be talking about game of the year, new games coming out, stuff like that, in upcoming podcasts. So that's cool that you brought that up. But let's go ahead and move on. Do you have any talking points on that topic before I move on?
No, not really. What
All
you got
right,
for
all
us?
right. So we will move on to another talking point. There's really no transition into this.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm just gonna just move on. Uh,
So, anyways,
Basically, I want to talk about the effects that have been going on over these past few years since our pandemic, our big, global shutdown that happened. It seems like it's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, everything is just collapsing, falling. Uh, New things are happening because of it, but also like we had a drought of like pretty much everything coming out of the pandemic, and now we're on an incline on some things, but now we're about to hit a huge crash coming up. I really do believe that over this next year, 2023 is not going to be a good year for a lot of people. Um, Stocks are slowly dwindling down. People are getting hit with this inflation pretty hard. Bills are going up. Food prices are going up. I remember I just went to the grocery store like literally the other day. I bought like 5 items. I think I bought like some deodorant, some new bristles for my Oral-B toothbrush, um uh like a couple snacks, like some popcorn and like a drink, and I got one more thing. Oh, some laundry detergent.
yep, $30.
No, I spent 90
Nine.
for 5 items. I spent $90. I was in Target, so of
Oh,
course
Target.
you're gonna have a 5% increase, like
Yeah.
because it's Target. But
You got that
5%
90%.
is not like if you go to Walmart versus Target and you buy the same items, you're probably gonna spend maybe $8 or more. Like just so it's gonna be a slight increase. It's not gonna be $90. Like that was just insane. When I was so scared to swipe my card. I was like, holy shit, bro, $90 for this. This is crazy. Like everything is going up. At one point our gas prices was crazy. They're slowly coming down. At least in Texas.
Thank
I
you,
know
Lord.
I was looking at my friends who are in other states and their prices were still kind of crazy, but that's normal for some
Certain
states.
states, like
Um,
California.
yeah. like in Cali right now, I believe their gas is like 350,
Oh,
and
theirs
people
came down.
were,
Then it was like $7 at one point.
man, I seen pictures of it being at 10.
Couldn't be me.
$10 a gallon. That means to fill my tank up, it would cost me $110 versus here. I think right now, last time I got gas was this morning. It was 240 this morning, 242,
Oh, you got some good prices.
and I think I spent like, I think I was on like almost like dead E, like I was real low, and I spent like $28, $30 to fill my car. So I say it's pretty good. You feel me? But I bring all that stuff up. You know, I'm prefacing this article that is popping up over the past week, and basically, people are starting to realize that um, many young adults are moving back with their parents. And not only that, but a lot of young adults are not able to move from their parents' house currently. And I'm just bringing this up because I think this is crazy. Because everybody knows like once I turn 18, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now it's becoming a problem where people are, especially Gen Z, are either moving back into their parents' home or staying at their parents' home now. Um, and it says slightly more than half of those who stay of moved home saves. So 51% of Gen Zers that moved out of their parents' home are now moving back in. And then 32% of people who stayed at their parents' home are still there today.
God, dog.
Yeah. So actually,
What age range is that though?
I read that wrong. I said Gen Z. Gen Z is from 1998 onwards.
So
1997
basically,
onwards. My bad.
the oldest would
1997.
be like 25, 26.
Yeah, 25, 26.
Hmm.
So, and I actually read that 51% wrong. It's actually more. It's 2/3 of young adults.
Damn.
Um, yeah. So, what you think about that?
Makes sense. I saw a chart the other day that said, well, it'd be better if I showed you. But I know it's very expensive to live now. I live by myself, and if I didn't have the job that I have, it'd be a lot harder to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine if someone who had a job that pays, like, you could even have like, you can make like 18 an hour. You can make 18 an hour, and that still probably wouldn't be enough. You'd need a lot more if you want to live by yourself and be able to spend money, do things. Like if you have it depends on also where you stay.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you live in Houston, you need to get around. More than likely, you're gonna have to drive to your job. You want to go get something to eat, go have fun. You got to drive somewhere else. Like all the prices of everything is crazy. Insurance is crazy. It's hard.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm also like I'm at this point where I'm I want to move into a house and stuff like that, and I don't think it's going to be possible anytime soon.
Especially with interest rates.
Yeah, with interest rates, the market not looking so well, people losing their jobs. Like there's been a huge increase of job losses over this past 6 months, and there's going to continue to be a lot of people losing their jobs. I think a recession is upon us. And it's going to hit hard. The question is, are you guys out there ready for this?
You think there's gonna be a recession for real?
Oh yeah, we're due for one.
I was saying the same thing earlier, but when I was talking to my mom, she says that the economy actually did well this year. They didn't show a loss; it showed a gain. So it, we still might be a ways from a recession.
I don't know. I think I think overall, um, you gotta look at where she's pulling that stat from, because if she's comparing it to last year or the year before that, you got to remember we're coming out of um, a pandemic. You know, we've only been out of the pandemic for what, 3 years now? Almost 3 years now. We're about to go into 2023. Ended in 2020. Into 2020.
I think it was like 2020. Yeah.
So with that being said, like we're still on the climb back to where we were before, or where we were subject to be now if we didn't have the pandemic. But also, we have a recession about every 8 years, and the pandemic kind of threw that 8 year timeline off a little bit. So I think at this point in time, we are due for one, because if we weren't due for one, then I don't think Biden would be trying so hard to stop it from happening, because he's been making moves to stop it from happening. But I just want to just touch on that, because I feel like this is going to be something that is coming to us soon, especially as young adults, because we're going to be taking probably the grunt of it. Especially if you're in that age range from, I would even say from 16 all the way up to 40. You know what I'm saying? You probably going to be hit the hardest for sure. Which is why, it's time. I think it's going to be good, because it's going to force people to either A, move back in with their families, which is what a lot of people don't want to do, especially if you're living on your own, or B, create families, which is you're going to bring somebody into your home, and you're going to have more two income households to help support each other. So it could be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because there is less relationship going on. So yeah.
I feel like it look a lot worse if we were things would look a lot worse if we were in a recession. I know they look pretty bad now, but whenever it's a recession, like it's like things take a real shift.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
that's the whole thing about a recession. Nobody wants to be in one, but every economy, especially like a capitalist society like us, we're going to have it. It's going to happen. Especially with inflation. Like I was just saying, I bought 5 things and it cost me $90. Basic necessities. I wasn't buying anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying deodorant, toothbrush bristles, laundry detergent, and some snacks. Two snacks. That's all I bought.
okay, now I'm thinking though, how would the family design help?
How would it help?
Yeah, so say they were trying to force people to live together and have like family households.
Mm-hmm.
In what way would that?
Well,
Like,
you got to think,
grow
what
the
was the
economy?
golden age of America? When our economy was at its best. Come on, I know. Come on, man.
I don't know, and I don't want to say anything because I'm afraid of sounding.
The Industrial Revolution.
Oh, they're not going back to the.
Yeah, bro.
What was that? What was the Industrial Revolution?
I'm about to find out. That was the 17 to the 1800s, dog. Where two parent. I know it sounds crazy, but that's when 2-parent households was like at its peak. And wasn't that after? Let me get my dates right. Hold on. Maybe not the Industrial Revolution. Hold on.
Can't be the Industrial Revolution. Our economy has evolved so much more since then. That one's made on the
No. It was
meta that doesn't exist anymore.
God dang. It's all right. It's all right. This is why you here, man. Call me out. You feel me? But anyway, before I even pull up what era that was in America, when we have two parent households or just two individuals together, our economy was at its peak. It was at its best during that time period. As soon as I find it, that's when we had our best economy. All right, and it makes sense. It makes sense because you have someone to lean on when it comes to income. And it's not even always income. It could also be like the other day, I was with my girl and I was talking to her sister, right?
Yeah.
And she was telling me we were talking about our jobs and like how much off time we get and stuff like that. And she was telling me about how they have per year they have 3 mental health days. I was like, where are my mental health days? All right. They get 3 free mental health days. Also with PTO and holidays and all these other days off that they can receive and all that stuff, right? But I was thinking like, man, like I think as far as relationships go, I feel like people are meant to be in relationships together. Like being with someone changes your ability to actually work and do things. Like imagine you didn't have a long laundry list to do every single day. You know what I'm saying? You come home, maybe she got the food today, or she did the laundry, or she made the bed, or cleaned the crib, or whatever. Your significant other did half of your chores, right?
Yeah.
Your life will be 100 times better. You will feel better. You will do better. You will want to do more things and be more active. Having people to motivate you, stuff like that. I mean, I'm talking about all the positives of being in a relationship. Of course, there's negatives, but it just makes sense how two people coming together can create a better society overall. Also, with raising children, stuff like that, two parent households are the best. It's like there's more positives than there are negatives to that situation. Whether I don't know if you agree with me, but
I personally would love to see a shift in just the family dynamics overall. I get tired of hearing how each other gendered isn't this or that, and the child support scenario. We hear a lot of people putting people on child support, and that starts an entire argument.
That's a whole nother topic, dog.
And then like hookup culture and all the other stresses that come with it. Maybe if people weren't so tempted, or if cheating wasn't such a big deal, we'd probably be okay.
I mean, yeah, I just feel like there are many things wrong with our society. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the basis of everything comes from the family unit and where you come from and where you're bred up and your thought processes and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to think a certain way if you have your mom and dad, and also you're in a good living situation on top of that. You're going to then have a higher likelihood to be a better person than if you didn't have those things available to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then that's just on the kid scenario, but also in just the relationship, like one-on-one, like partner scenario, just on that alone, like I feel like that can bounce the recession out the water, honestly. Just having more money to utilize, like the average income is like 40 to 50,000, right? It's like between 30 and 50,000. If you have two people making $45,000, right?
Mhm.
Together, that's a whole nother tax bracket. You're in a whole nother situation. You're living a whole different lifestyle, making having two people making $90,000 a year versus your measly 35K or 45K or whatever you're making, right? It's a totally different lifestyle at that point. And don't let it be that you guys both have good jobs. Imagine if you guys both making 70K. That's you making six figures together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know. I don't see many negatives to. I feel like this recession is going to force people to realize this.
Like, oh, I should settle for that one guy. At least he has a stable job in this economy.
Yep, exactly.
You two together can be a six-figure,
Exactly.
person.
It's going to force people to do stuff like that. Or, like I said, you're going to go to plan A, which is move back in with your family. And that's going to seem cool until they be like, "Hey, you making too much noise. Hey, you don't pay the bills around here. Hey, close my refrigerator." You know, you don't want to. I want to walk around my house like after this podcast. I want to walk around my house butt ass naked. You know what I'm saying? I want to walk around my house. You know what I'm saying? I want to fart where I want to fart. Like if I want to fart in the living room, I can go fart in the living room. You feel me? I do whatever I want. I take big shits in here, man. Big shits. And nobody gonna say nothing.
I just want to make it clear. I don't work hard and pay all these bills to impress women and all that stuff. I do it for freedom. For freedom. The females
Be your own man.
Be my own man. Come home, clean up after myself. Do whatever I want. Arrange stuff however I want. Leave stuff wherever I want. It don't matter.
Yeah, you think having a pull-up bar in the living room, you think my mom would be cool with that? Hell no, nigga. Hell no. But I could do that because it's my crib. You feel me? And trust me. I think this recession is low-key necessary. I think it's necessary. I think it's gonna make people, I don't know. It's gonna force that pendulum to swing back the other way.
I want to do this without the recession. I feel like the recession is so bad.
It is, but hey, the thing is, I think our economy is so advanced, we wouldn't be in it long. I think it would be at max 8 months to 16, 8 to 16 months.
The empath in me is just thinking, oh, these people that are going to lose their jobs, the people are going to be like so depressed because
people are already losing their jobs. Like, I mean, like, I believe I just read something the other day that said, at least in the Dallas area, the most jobs like Dallas has ever had open in a long time, like a very long time. And that's because they went on a firing spree, cutting thousands of jobs.
Also, some of the people in the workforce is a little soft. I saw Instagram where this dude was crying. He was like, I just got in a couple hours ago and they told me I have to work the full 8 hours and there's only 4.
You're talking about the Starbucks kid.
Yeah. I'm talking about that fool.
I'm talking about Starbucks kid.
Bro, first of all, I've done that job and harder. You need to man up. You need to tighten the hell up. All right? Tighten the hell up. Lock in. You here to chase a bag. You telling me you claim the Starbucks and you don't want to make no coffee? That's like if LeBron came to the basketball court and said, I don't want to play basketball today, bro. That don't make no sense.
No, I mean, he does do that, but
But he don't cry. And also,
yeah,
playing basketball at a competitive level does not compare to freaking making coffee.
I was trying to find it. I found it, but it's not the video.
But yeah, man, you crying at work. Dog, tighten up. Tighten up.
Okay, I found the video.
I ain't never done that.
I'm only gonna play like a small, short, like 30-second clip of it. I'm not gonna go. But this had me dead. I ain't gonna lie to you. This had me dead. I'm so happy you brought it up. Pull it up right here.
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and
this man asked for a union, dog.
A union.
A union is crazy.
I am literally about to quit. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but like I really want to. I almost walked out today, and I'm crying in the back room right now, and I almost cried on the floor. It's just, I'm like a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and then on weekends they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours.
Okay, so he said he has 25 hours of school.
Ain't no way.
He got 25 hours of school and then 8 hours of work on the weekends, each day on the weekends, Friday through Sunday. Come on now. Let me just give you a idea of what I was doing earlier this year. No, earlier last year. I was in school full time, so I had 4 classes. I was working 12-hour shifts on the weekends, including overtime, and I was trying to start a business at the same time, including I was working out and cooking all my meals as well. Like, he's not doing nothing, bro. He's not doing nothing. Now, I also want to say this person here is trans. So it could just be the hormones kicking in that this person's having this breakdown. I don't know.
Being trans can only get you out of so much stuff. You telling me it affected your ability to work? Nah, dog. Grab that cup of coffee and gets to stepping. Come on.
That's
now.
another thing. You working at Starbucks.
Yeah, I can understand if it was like, shit. What's a difficult job? Or what's a difficult job but not too difficult?
Man, I don't know, bro. But construction worker, I don't know.
Construction workers work way harder than that. Way harder than that. It worked way harder than that. Trust me, if I could make what I make and go work at Starbucks, boy, let me tell you, and work 25 hours with the 8-hour week. Dog, I work 60+ hour weeks.
Facts. I'm on the same schedule. I work 60 to 70 hours. Actually, 2 weeks ago, I worked 90 hours.
I worked 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. before.
Exactly.
On one job. It was that big of a project that we had to do. Like, you don't think I was tired? I can tell you what I didn't do, though. I didn't cry. I did not cry at work. So I hate that happened to you, but lock in. And don't
then
post it on the internet.
The fact that Buddy asked for a union is crazy. Like, you already making like $12 an hour, and then you want to donate maybe $3, $4, $5 to a union every check. Like, come on, man.
No way.
You're already not making that much money. Asking for a union is crazy.
You think that's abuse? Wow.
Like, Starbucks is like not a bad job. Like, I don't see many people. Like, I know people that work at Starbucks. Of course, you're gonna get customers that are, it's a customer service type job. So of course you're gonna get bad days. But overall, the job is not bad. Like, and most of the time it's like people's first job, or like, you know what I'm saying, like that. So like, it's not gonna be the best job in the world. Like, I guarantee you the turnover rate for Starbucks is very, very high. So just move on, go work at Kroger. Go stock
Kroger
shelves.
has a high turnover rate. They'll do the exact same thing They'll do the exact same thing. If they do go to Starbucks, didn't like it, they'll go to Kroger, do the same thing, and say that they don't like it. I suggest you find out what you want to do and just find something that you're willing to put up with, because there are too many people that work jobs that they don't want to, and they get mad at you when you come in.
Mm-hmm. But my thing is, it's like, bro, like you're complaining about working 3 days out of the week for 8 hours a day. What are you expecting to work? How much money are you expecting to make? You might as well not even work at that point.
Exactly.
Just to collect $200 checks, $300 checks. Is that what you want? Like, I know people who would be fighting over shifts, like to work more so that they can actually have a substantial amount of money. You know what I'm saying? And you over here complaining about an 8-hour shift. Like, come on, man. I do want to touch on, it is have you heard about the silent quitting that Gen Z is doing?
I've heard about that too, actually. I've heard about that.
Yeah, that silent quitting stuff is becoming a reality. Like, literally, I talk to people all the time, like, that are around our age and or younger. And a lot of them were telling me like their dream jobs. Pretty much everybody wants to work from home. Like, that was probably the biggest L the pandemic has given us. Is everybody now wants to do everything from home. Nobody wants to leave their house. Nobody wants to leave a crib for anything. Like, you could dead ass nowadays, you could dead ass never leave your house. Have everything delivered, have everything, do everything from home.
Mm-hmm.
You won't, like, nowadays you don't even have to step outside for anything. And now, like, they got like have you seen like the police robots?
I was just about, yes.
They have police robots. They got delivery robots that deliver like packages and food. All type of stuff. Like it's getting to a point where we about to become Wall-E in this bit.
No, for real.
We really about to be Wall-E. We're gonna be looking like, damn. Remember when we was like 20 years old, bro, and we had trees outside? Now it's just concrete. It's gonna be just like Wall-E, a boot with one little seed in it, the last seed on planet Earth. Like,
I tell you what, though, Hustler's gonna thrive. If that's their competition, Hustler's gonna thrive.
Facts, man. I remember during the pandemic, everybody had like the food stalls. Mm-hmm. Like at like Chipotle and stuff, where you just walk in, grab your food, and walk out. Bro, every single time I walked in Chipotle, and I went, like, literally, I would be waiting outside. Like, I'll order my food at the house, drive straight there. I'll be waiting outside. I'll get the ding that my food's ready. I'll go inside, and my food is gone. Every time, bro. Every time. It's like Houdini in that motherfucker.
What the hell?
Dude, like, it was like crazy. People were just going in there, grabbing whatever food's there, grab it, and just walk out. I'm like, man, now they got delivery robots and stuff. What is stopping Buddy from pulling up next to that thing, throwing it in the trunk, take it to the junkyard, smash that bit open, take all the contents out that junk, and leave?
That's a lot. That's a lot for a McChicken and some French fries.
Hey, people be doing it, bro.
And you know they got a tracker on it.
People be doing it. Like, I used to get one big reason I stopped using Uber Eats was because if my food is outside my door, like if the delivery driver doesn't ring my doorbell or doesn't hit the stop order or whatever, like, I would never know my food's out there. So my food would be out there for like 5 minutes, and then they hit stop order. Then I'll get the notification. I'm like, all right, go to my door, and it's gone. I remember I ordered breakfast. No, I ordered McDonald's for me and the girl that was at my crib at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Ordered it. She told me, hey, the food's here. Like, I got the notification. I go outside, gone. It was like I spent like $45 on that.
Dog. That must be
Gone.
something where you stay at, because I've never had that happen to me.
Hey. Well,
but you know what? Also, I meet them outside. I've changed my
exactly
outside. I'm
exactly.
Like, you know what?
That's what I do
I'm
now.
waiting for you at the gate.
That's what I do now. I have them pull up to the crib.
Hand.
I have them pull up to the
Right
crib,
here.
and I'll meet them outside. I remember the first time I did the meet outside option because I had just got my food stolen. Luckily, Uber Eats reimbursed me back the money. So I ordered the stuff again, and dude pulled up. And I ran outside. Like I had my shoes on, like half a t-shirt. I ran outside. I was like, thanks, bro. And he's like, dang, you came out here pretty fast. You was waiting for this, huh? And I was like, yeah, last person stole my shit. He was like, damn. And he was fat, so I know it was probably him. He probably ate that shit. Big ass nigga. That big ass nigga probably ate my shit. He came back for round 2. He was like, oh.
He was like, another sucker.
Got his ass. Rubbing his goddamn Birdman hands together, man. God damn, his crabby claw ass, bro. Man, yeah. I swear them Uber drivers. And there was one time I ordered breakfast and I seen the lady get out the car, drop my food off, right?
Yeah.
I received a picture on my phone and she picked it back up and got in the car and left. Got in the car and dipped.
Dog, when it comes to food, I can't play. I will throw rocks at cars. Like that would have me hot. Not I just spent my money and you took my food. Like, bro, get out the car and square up. I'd fight over that. I'd be pissed. You let that happen to me once. I'm like, you know how sometimes you can get their number?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting your number in one of those spam things. You're getting blown up.
The thing is, I think Uber and them, they don't give you the actual number. You text through a server.
No, they do. Because I did Uber Eats, and I've had people that called me after I had already delivered their order saying that they were missing something. And I'm like, I've already delivered this. That sounds like a personal problem.
I've never had anybody message me when I did Uber Eats. And it got to a point where like I feel like to do Uber Eats, it's only good if you're not in like a city like a Houston, a Dallas, or like a big wide city like OKC or something, because the app doesn't take into account. They only take into account the distance. They don't take into account the time to drive there. Does that make sense?
What do you mean? Elaborate.
So, okay. So, you know how in Houston, if you map something out, right? It will say 5 miles away, but it'll take you 30 minutes to drive 5 miles because it'll be hella people. Traffic. Or you will have to go down this side street to this back street around the, you know what I'm saying? Like, the app doesn't take that into account, the time it takes to drive there. They only take into account the distance. And I noticed that very early into me accepting orders when I was doing Uber Eats. I was looking at it. I was like, oh, 10 miles. Like, that ain't that big of a deal. And then also they barely take into account how long it takes to get the food. Like, one person ordered a pizza. So I pull up to the pizza joint and they're like, oh yeah, it'll be another 15 minutes. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, what? 15 more minutes? It took me like 5 minutes to get there, but damn. Me waiting 15 minutes is crazy.
Man, the worst part about that app, if you're delivering, is apartments. Trying to find an apartment is like trying to find a lost treasure. You got to solve mystery puzzles. You got to rearrange letters on the welcome mat to unlock the unseen. They'll have 109, 110, and then 130. And you're like, how did we get here? How did we get here? Where do I and you need 111. So now you're like, okay, I gotta go. Hell.
Yeah. I definitely understand that right there. Luckily, I haven't had to deliver to an apartment complex when I was doing it. All my stuff was straight cribs. And I remember the first order I delivered was that pizza delivery was the first order that I delivered. I drive all the way to this lady's house, man. I'm telling you, bro, like it said 8 miles, but it felt like I was driving 30. I swear, man. Like I was going through all these windy ass roads. Like I'm in like a upscale neighborhood area. Yeah. So like right behind my apartments, like back there is like all big ass houses and stuff, right? So I'm driving like through all these houses. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know all this stuff was back here because I'm poor. So I would never know this stuff was back here, right? I finally get to the lady house. I get out the car. I'm like, first delivery. Boom, boom, boom. Mind you, this was a personal pizza. It's literally on the app. It said personal pizza. And it was like a little cake, like a cake for maybe 4 people, right?
Yeah.
I put it on the doorstep because it said leave at the door, ring the doorbell. Leave at the doorstep, ring the doorbell. I walk back, I get in my car. I'm like, hell yeah, done. I swipe done on that joint. She come outside. Tell me why I knew the issue off the rip and I had to get up out of there.
What?
She came outside and I seen like 3 or 4 kids come out the door too. And she picked up that little personal pizza and she was just staring at my car as I'm driving off. I'm like, oh, I know she meant to order an extra large. I'm sorry. You ordered the wrong thing, shawty.
Ain't nothing you can do.
Nothing I can do. And I already knew she was about to give me a 0 star, 1 star because she think that I picked up the wrong thing. I'm like, nah, that's on your receipt, baby girl. Yeah. It says personal pan pizza and a cake or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And bro, I was getting there fast too. I was breaking speed limits. I was, you know what I'm saying? Under 30. All right. It ain't free. You feel me?
I had someone where I was delivering. I had to drop it. Sometimes they give you 2 orders at once. And whenever you have to do 2 orders, obviously you got to drop one off first and then drop the other one off. So as I'm dropping it off at my first order, my phone is blowing up. And I'm like, yo, who is this? And I look, I have 4 missed calls, but it's from an unknown number. And I'm like, what the heck? So as I'm about to put it down, they call me again. So I answer. I'm like, hello? And they go, yes. Is this, and then they say my name. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is he. They're like, yeah, I ordered this like such and such long ago. Did you get lost? Are you okay? Are you in an accident? I'm like, no, I'll have to call you back because the whole time I'm talking to them, the person finally came outside. They looking at me. I'm looking at them. They looking at me. I'm like, oh, my bad. Get there, deliver it to them. Yeah, you're supposed to have this here a long time ago. It was a bunch of old people drinking Hennessy.
Mm-hmm.
Getting attitude. They was like, we was calling support, trying to make sure where you was at because we thought you tried to make off with it. I said, relax. It had only been like 20 minutes. It had only been 20 minutes. Mind you, it's telling them when I picked it up, but I had to go get the other one. Then I had to drop that one off first. So.
And the app tells you if the person has multiple stops.
Exactly.
The app tells you that.
That's exactly. I'm like, can y'all relax?
The fact that you said it, they were old was what I was thinking because I'm like, they clearly don't know how technology works. You know what I'm saying?
Must not know.
Because that's obvious. I don't know, man. I'm lucky enough. That was like my first experience was my worst one. Other than like not being able to find someone's crib, but that's only because sometimes the map will put you like in the general area. And then from that general area, you have to find the crib from that. So
Oh, so you've never forgotten someone's food or given
Like,
someone's food to someone else?
no,
I have. I've
yeah,
done that.
because you sleeping, dog.
Well, they had ordered from the same place, and so I'm thinking they gave me two tickets. They said one is for part one, and then they said one is for part two, and then they gave me this extra bag. And this extra bag, I thought was for two, but it was really for part one. And so I dropped the food off at these people's doorstep, take off, go do my thing, come back to this other lady house. She comes to the door, her little munchkins is running right behind her. Oh, no, no. I just handed this lady one sandwich, and she's like, and so she's I can see in her face that she's like trying not to be like, what the hell? But at the same time, I'm thinking it too. I'm like, okay, I know you're trying to feed all them kids. This don't make no type of sense. So I get into my car and I'm like, dang, I'm trying to get away. And she goes, excuse me, excuse me. She's like waving me down from the sidewalk. I was like trying to roll my window up, and she got up just in time before I could roll the window up. So
You should have just drove off. What the fuck? Fuck rolling your window
I
up.
felt bad.
I would have scared. See ya.
So part of me was like, dang, I was like, I know that was for them, low key. And then they were talking to me on the phone. They're like, no, we told them we gave it. We put a receipt on it and everything. And once they said that, I was like, dang, I do remember them giving me a receipt. But then I just lied and said, oh, they didn't have a receipt. I couldn't tell, or I got it confused because it fell off or something like that.
Yeah.
And so Uber, I was like, Uber, what do I tell this lady? They were like, we're just gonna give her a refund. Get up out of there. I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah, I mean, like, so I was smart enough to go on. I was before I even thought about doing Uber Eats or anything like that. I was on YouTube for like 2 days watching tip videos and people doing it and all that. And I learned so much. Like literally every single time I picked up the order, I would go on the app and make sure everything is like matches. And then when I dropped it off, like before I dropped it off, I would like if I had the multiple orders, I would check it, like double check it, like Santa Claus in that bitch. And you know what I'm saying? I'm okay. Like, I don't know. I need to check my rating. I actually haven't even pulled the money from it.
Really?
The money's just sitting in that.
I'll be cashing out instant right to my account.
Yeah.
Spend that the next day.
And they even sent me like the little Uber card because they had started doing that, like picking up from 7-Eleven stuff. Bro, you got me fucked up. Like, bro, if I have to stop anywhere else, I better be getting a you have to double the tip. Whatever you tipping me, you have to double it. And the tip has to be a minimum $3. Minimum.
I don't accept anything under $3.
Yeah, like
$5 or greater, I don't do it.
Yeah. I do be looking at that, but I'm saying like still, you know the Uber app. Every time you hit cancel on an order, they start shadow banning you from the good ones.
Yeah.
So you can't keep hitting cancel. At some point, you're gonna have to take one of them shitty ass, no tips, low tip.
The way around it is you pick up the cheap ones that are together. So if I go to a location, I'll get like a $2 one and I'll pick it up just because I'm already there. And then it'll kill time while I'm waiting on the next one. It's workarounds. I finesse the game a little bit. I would come out with a little bag.
Yeah, that's what I normally do. They had like some type of calculation. I don't remember it because it's been a minute, but they had some type of calculation where you take the distance and you like divide it by the tip or something like that, and then it equals like if you should accept it or not, or something like that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like some science to it. Like the people that be making bank off of Uber Eats. But all right. we are about hitting that point. If you've never been with us before and you made it to this point, this is how we usually do things from now on. At least we're gonna be dropping the meat and potatoes on the last thing on the podcast. So before we get into that, is there anything else you want to talk about before we get into that?
You heard they announced Rush Hour 4?
Yes, I did hear about that. It's gonna suck. That is my take.
It is, and I'm so sad. I wish they would have just stayed at 3. But part of me is like, maybe it'll be good if they do a really good job with the writing.
I think it's gonna be bad just because we're in a PC culture now. I don't know if you remember watching those movies.
Those are my favorite. I actually have them on DVD. I watched them when I first moved into this place.
Well, then you know, like that movie is what you call it? Like they have some scenes in there that aren't for today's culture. Especially small little racist remarks, or they will say it's racist nowadays. Matter of fact, I have a tweet that I'm pulling up right now. We can I don't know if we could pull up some of the scenes on there. We're probably gonna get copyrighted. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull them up. Maybe we can watch them after we get off the pod. But yeah, there's some scenes in there, man, that will not fly today. And those are like some of the best parts of the movie.
Man, if they say forget it and let it fly, it'll be goated. It'll be goated.
Of course.
It'll be goated. We need
after
that.
It gets canceled.
As long as they don't do what is that? Coming to America 2. If they don't do what Coming to America 2 did,
I didn't even watch that.
You don't. It's not. Well, it's kind of nostalgic in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to watch it just to experience the world again, watch it. But that's probably the only reason you would. It's not good. Yeah.
That's how I feel Rush Hour 4 is going to be. My thing is,
no.
Sometimes you got to let things just die.
Let it die.
Why not? Like, there's nothing wrong or nothing that says you can't create Rush Hour 4 without calling it Rush Hour 4. We could just interpret like, oh, this is like Rush Hour. You know, like you're going to get that nostalgic feeling without adding on to what's already there. It seems like everybody's always trying to add on to the stuff that's already there. Like it's already complete. Mission complete. Rush Hour 1, 3, like Rush Hour 1 through 3, we're good. There's no more further it can go because it got to a point where, you know, Chris, he was getting a little older, a little chubby, you know what I'm saying? Jackie, that man he got to be at least 70. God damn. That dude old as hell. Older as Jackie Chan.
I mean, at least 30, 40. Really want to say
he's 68.
40.
Like
He's 68?
Like I said.
Wait.
Yes, he's old as hell.
Yeah.
He was born in 1954. And like, God damn.
Bro, what?
Yes, Jackie Chan is old.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, bro, you lost in the sauce. He's been married to Joan Lean since 1982. That's before I was even born. He's been married to.
He's been married longer than I've been alive.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
We'll see. I'll drop my review. I will definitely go see it in theaters just because I'm such a huge fan of the series. And then I'll drop my review. Let us know.
I don't know.
In the comments.
Maybe whenever they announce a date, I might just pull up on you and we can go watch that hoe.
You gonna go check it out? You're not gonna want to go see it. I already know. That's cap. I'm
not gonna go see it by myself or with a girl.
Why not?
Because that's a waste of money, man. At least if I want to go see it, I want to go see it with somebody that's can at least make fun of it if it's bad. So,
well, yeah, we'll get that announced date and then we'll see.
Yeah. All right, man.
Shit, man.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes and close this out.
We should say let's go deeper. Whenever
All
we
right,
subject
yeah.
into a subject, you rocking with that? You rocking with that?
Yeah,
Let's go a
all
little
30.
bit deeper.
Oh man, all 30,000 is spamming in the chat. They like that one. They like that
All
one. The
right.
chat going stupid.
Chat rocking with it.
All right, so basically we're gonna be talking about Joanna Man and Dr. Eggman, and how they. I'm just playing. We're talking about Brittany Griner
Okay.
and Victor Bout. We're talking about both of them, two people headlining today. If you do not know who we are talking about, I also want to start doing these segments more in depth. All the previous segments are we just kind of touch on them, talk about them, give our thoughts. We're gonna go a little bit more in depth on our meat and potatoes topic, our main topic. So if you don't know who Brittany Griner is, she is. I'm just gonna read her little excerpt on Wikipedia so you can get a little overview. Brittany Griner is an American professional basketball player for the Phoenix Mercury. You know anything about WNBA? Nobody does. She's in the WNBA or was. She played college basketball for the Baylor Lady Bears in Waco, Texas, because she is from Houston, Texas. She is an NCAA basketball player to both. The only NCAA basketball player to both score 2,000 points and 500 shots. In 2012, she was a 3-time All-American and was the AP Player of the Year and Most Outstanding Player in the Final Four, helping Baylor to win the national championship. So she's an accomplished women's basketball player. All right. Pretty much, if you know anything about sports, you probably know about Brittany Griner in some way, because she's just that remarkable of a player, because she's a 6'9" woman. She's huge. All right. Probably one of the tallest in the WNBA. Like, that's actually good. But she actually went overseas because she wasn't getting paid a lot here in the States. And she ended up going to the Russian Premier League to play overseas. All right. So that's where she's at. Now we're going to talk about Victor Bout. A lot of people don't know about Victor unless you either looked him up or known about him when he was arrested. But Victor Bout is a Russian arms dealer, an entrepreneur, and former Soviet military translator. He used multiple companies to smuggle weapons since the collapse of the Soviet Union from Eastern Europe to Africa and the Middle East during the 1990s and early 2000s. Bout gained the nicknames the Merchant of Death and Sanctions Buster after British government minister Peter Hain read a report to the United States in 2003 on Bout's wide-reaching operation, extensive clientele, and willingness to bypass embargoes. So he's like a super arms dealer. He was like the top arms dealer in the world at the time before he got arrested. And like, he wasn't just smuggling hundreds of guns or thousands of guns to places like Africa and the cartel and stuff. He was doing tens of thousands of AK-47s, all types of like artillery, anti-aircraft missiles, all types of stuff. Like, he's like the kingpin of arms dealing. All right. This is a guy you don't want out on the streets. All right. His connections are wide across the entire world. All right. So this guy is on a whole nother level when it comes to crime. All right. So he was detained by the US for, I believe he did. I don't want to. Let me see if I can hurry up and look at this. But basically, he was just detained by the U.S. All right. So basically, Brittany Griner, if you don't know what she did, she was caught on her flight back to America with a weed pen. All right. And they sentenced her to, I think, 9 years in prison. Yeah. She was sentenced on August 4th to 9 years in prison. All right. Now, my whole thing, just to give my take, like, she got to understand, dog, like, you are not at home. You can't just be doing whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who her people are, or I know she has a manager and stuff like that. They should have let her know, like, you're in another country. Like, they don't play that in other countries. Like you just said that that's a long time for a weed pen. Yeah, that's a long time if you're in America. But you got to remember, people get their hands chopped off for just stealing stuff in other countries. You know what I'm saying? Like the level of the way they take things is totally different. And I think Russia was playing chess with this one as well. They knew that this was a star and they finally got one. And they knew that they could probably get Victor back if they were to detain her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just to get back on the topic, just to finish it off, and then you can give your thoughts or whatever, and we can talk about it. Basically, what ended up happening is Brittany Griner and Victor were swapped by the U.S. and the Russian government. They decided to do a prisoner swap and just give them back to their home countries. And basically, they did the swap today, so this is why it's big news. The day of the podcast is when they did it, and I'm gonna read it right now. On December 8th, Griner was released by Russia in a prisoner exchange for Russian arms dealer Victor Bout, who had served 10 years of his 25-year sentence for providing heavy weapons to terrorists and conspiring to kill Americans. So, I don't know. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on this prisoner swap?
I'm surprised they did the trade. I thought we had a very low tolerance for negotiating things of that nature. Also, I didn't think that. I thought because of her WNBA status, or because she's not someone that's like of military or like of government, that she wouldn't be such a high priority for them.
Mm-hmm.
I know that a lot of people posted about it making an uproar, but I didn't think that'd be enough to change their mind. So I'm surprised to see it. I'm glad that she got out of there. I can only imagine what she was going through.
She came back. If you don't know what Brittany Griner looks like, she had long dreads. They cut that shit off. She got a fade, boy. Got that temp fade.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Damn.
Got her ass.
So, yeah. Like I said, I know it must have sucked. That turned out for her well. I think, hopefully she learned her lesson. And I'm glad that she gets to be back with her family in time for Christmas. So, shouts out to them for getting that done. You think Vin Diesel did that? There, a lot of people are saying Vin Diesel is the reason this happened.
Oh my god! Because of the stupid picture he made.
Yeah,
bro, that was the weakest ass prediction I've ever seen, bro. Like anybody could have made that post. That was not no. Imagine Vin Diesel's in there with his goddamn muscle car. I'm going to get Brittany Griner back myself. And Fast and Furious 20.
There we go.
Vin Diesel goes and gets Brittany Griner back.
Hopefully that come out at the same time Rush Hour 4. I'm going to go see that.
I'm not. They can keep that on the shelf.
That'd be hard.
What the hell? Vin Diesel going to get Brittany Griner is crazy. That is crazy content right there. Basically, to give my take on this whole thing, I wouldn't be surprised if I get canceled for my take, but a lot of people are on my side as well as the other side. I honestly have not cared about Brittany Griner getting arrested since she got arrested. Like when it was blowing up the way that it did and people were going crazy the way that they were, like I was like, yo, like now y'all care about her? Y'all wasn't caring about her when she was making $200,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? In the WNBA, and she was complaining, and all these girls were complaining. Y'all don't watch her play sports. Y'all don't care anything about Brittany Griner. All right. She was probably up there with the other popular WNBA, like Skylar Diggins, like, you know, the other big names of the NBA, WNBA, which is there's only like really 5 household names, to be honest. And like people didn't really care about her. All right. Then she gets arrested, and then everybody, you know, doing all the sad stories. They're like, all this over a weed pen, all this. It doesn't matter. She broke the law in another country and she's serving her time. Take your L. It's always like it's kind of like free when they were doing the free TK. TK is a murderer. He killed people, bro. Like, no, do not free him. Keep him in prison.
Yeah, he needs to serve his time for sure.
Serve your time. Like, I'm so sick of people saying, like, coming out.
I
and
never
being
thought
like,
about it like that.
being like, free this person, free this person, free YNW Melly. Oh, just free a multi-personality disordered person that kills people when he's in his other personality. Like, come on, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? It's always free these people who are doing bad things. Even though I understand it's a weed pen, but she is not in America, dog.
Yeah.
She is in a whole nother country. She decided to take her ass over there. Nobody said, Brittany, we need you to go to Russia to spy on the Russians. And it's okay. You can take a weed pen. We could trade you out for Victor Ballard if anything happened. No, that is not the negotiation that they had. All right. I guarantee you the people that were in that room when they were thinking about trading the prisoners, I guarantee you they were sitting there like, man, this fucking bitch, bro. This fucking big body bitch, bro. God damn, she done fucked everything up, cuz. And what really pissed me off, like the main thing that really pissed me off, for those of y'all that don't know, I served in the military, man. And I couldn't imagine being a prisoner of war. You know what I'm saying? We are sent out on missions to sometimes kill people, like destroy certain things or arrest certain people, or, you know, we have missions that we have to complete as enemies to whatever country we're going to, right? Could you imagine if our mission was to like go and eliminate organization for another country, right? And that country finds out and scoops up some of us as prisoners of war. What do you think is going on to us? We getting fucked up, right? Versus Brittany, the hardest thing she had to do was coach the Russian women's basketball team. We have U.S. Military that are in prison in Russia right now that we can't get back. But for some reason,
making her do?
Yes. It was an article that came out that said that she was made to coach the women's Russian basketball team while in prison.
Oh, brother.
Versus our people are getting fucked up in that prison. I really want to bring up his name. There's a U.S. Marine. Dang. I literally had it. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in these replies. Uh, dang man, I can't find the U.S. Marine's name, but there was a U.S. Marine that was that has been in prison for like 10 years, who was in Russia doing stuff for the U.S., like for our country, and he got picked up because they thought he was doing espionage or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, like, y'all went this hard for Brittany Griner. Y'all do not care about Brittany Griner, bro. Y'all don't care. And I honestly think this is my conspiracy theory. All right.
Okay.
My conspiracy theory is that Biden did this to get reelected.
Votes? Yo.
The same way he said
the same thing.
the same way he said, "Oh, if you don't vote for me, you're not black." This is the same shit. This is the same shit, bro. Instead of going for the people that actually matter, not saying that Brittany Griner doesn't matter. I'm just saying the level of importance. The only reason that they went for Brittany Griner is because Brittany Griner had a public appearance to make him look good. You should see the comments on the Shade Room posts, on all the posts on Instagram, all this stuff. All the people in there like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're back. Oh man, woo, 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 woo. I ain't never seen so much love for a WNBA player in my life. Not only that, there was people in there like, Biden did it again. Let's go, Biden. I'm like, bro, it all makes sense now. I get it. It's a chess game, dog. It's a chess game.
Dude, there's no way. You really so I guess I don't understand how big of a threat old dude is, but I hope not. I hope you didn't do that just to get reelected, because if so, we're
most definitely did that.
That's why you're trying to leave, huh? That's why you're trying to get up out of
Oh
here.
yeah, I'm leaving the country. You got to. I'm getting a dual citizenship somewhere else, bro. I don't know how that works. I'm still doing my research on it, because I might just get a whole nother citizenship somewhere else. No cap. I might be in Switzerland. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Sweden. I might be in Sweden.
Yep.
Black man in Sweden. For real, bro. We ain't got too much longer, man. This is getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. Like, I'm not the biggest Trump fan, but Trump got A$AP Rocky out of a foreign country without trading nobody. Just saying. Biden could have did it. He just said, those elections are coming up pretty soon. Let me go ahead and just make a quick little chess move. Know what I'm saying? So we can get back up in there. Hey, man, all I'm saying, we're going to have our first woman president pretty soon.
It's coming.
Because that nigga Biden is on his last legs. Sleepy Joe is real.
Sleepy Joe is crazy.
Sleepy Joe, bro. Damn. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this whole Brittany Griner situation based off everything that you've learned here today on our pod. Stop reading into all the propaganda that's spewed out to you on all these social media platforms that don't tell you the whole story.
Yeah.
They put Victor Bout's name so small in letters and put Brittany Griner's name big across the post when they don't understand the repercussions that could happen. Because if they let this man back out into the world and he gets back into business, just to mention, Victor Bout's only 55. He's still got another 30, 40 years to cause havoc in this world, man. His nickname, not a nickname given to him by the public, a nickname given to him by governments, is the Merchant of Death, my nigga. This nigga is a real life Dr. Eggman. You see the mustache on this dude? Do I need to show y'all a picture of these people so you understand?
Let me see this dude. I ain't seen bro.
Let me show y'all something.
Though my back. Oh my.
Oh, that means you just lifted wrong, my boy. You need to work on your form.
No, the muscles, my back muscles.
All right, so I'm gonna show you a picture of Dr. Eggman himself, Victor Bout. This is Victor Bout right here.
The Chaos Emeralds.
See that mustache on him?
That mustache he looks like a dust mop. Man, wearing a dust mop on his upper lip.
That's just like
the push broom stash.
I don't know who Dr. Eggman looked like. Show y'all. We could do a side-by-side comparison on this one. So y'all can see. Look at this dude. Come on, man. It's literally Dr. Eggman.
They got him flicking them off.
And for those of you that don't know what Brittany Griner looks like, this is Brittany Griner.
Don't she hate America? Ain't she an America hater?
I don't know about that. I just know that she went overseas because she wasn't getting paid enough here. And we don't care about women's basketball here.
Didn't she also say that calling the NBA players little man and that she could beat a dude in a 1v1 or something like that?
Yes, DeMarcus Cousins in his prime.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins in his prime was averaging like 30 points a game, 20 rebounds, 4 blocks, 6 assists.
Yeah, that's also why I thought she wasn't coming back, because she kind of burned that bridge. So when they were like, yeah, we traded her, I'm like, really? And that's why I like to think that Vin Diesel did it. I was like, I don't know what Vin Diesel did, but
oh my God.
It had to be Vin Diesel. Man.
The only way Vin Diesel would do it if he pulled that stunt where he drove the tank out the back of the plane.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And dropped it right on the prison and started blowing shit up. That's the only way he doing that shit, bro.
I'd much rather it be that than Biden did it for more votes.
All out war versus more votes. I don't know about that one, buddy.
Yeah, you might as well. They send the what is his nickname?
I'm voting for Kanye, so it don't matter.
Dog.
Bro, we are fucked. We're fucked. We ain't got nobody to vote for, bro. No cap. Because I'm not voting for Biden. I'm not voting for Trump. I'm not voting for Kanye. I'm not voting for who's that dude coming out of California? The California mayor. He got a lot of people wanting him. Because he's the super duper liberal.
Bro, Michelle might as well just go ahead and run. Hop in there and run your little 4. Everybody, who wouldn't vote? You wouldn't vote Michelle? Who wouldn't vote Michelle?
I would. I don't know, man. I would vote Michelle over all the other people.
That's why she should go. That's why she's almost guaranteed the W.
That's his name, Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom.
Keep that name in your brain.
Then again, I think she's the one that messed up school lunches.
Exactly. She folded them things. I remember they replaced all the good snacks with baked chips and all that, bro. Had me hot, bro. But it gave me a job, you know. I started selling the bad stuff on my backpack.
Another reason why Michelle was good. Boom,
no.
Now we're back on her way again.
No. That's like saying during the crack epidemic, putting crack on the streets gave people more jobs.
Hey,
we got crack dealers now.
If Michelle did it, it's all right. No. If Michelle did it, there was a good reason why Michelle did it.
Hell no.
No, I'm playing. It's never a good reason to push crack.
Hell no, bro. I think we're done for.
Well,
what about
you should be with her? You should be with her anyway because you don't even like fat. You're a fat person hater. I quote, fat person hater.
I am, but Not in that way. I think you should still have the choice to eat whatever you want. I should have the choice on my cheat day to go and get me a big Texas out a cinnamon roll out the vending machine.
That's
Yeah.
that's not how fat people are wired.
Hey, that's between them and their fat.
See, and Michelle was trying to stop that.
I don't care what Michelle was doing.
She was
Michelle-
trying to help you.
Michelle is an L. That's why she got 2 L's in her name. She had 2 L's. She got 2 L's. Double L.
They negate each other. It's like a positive, negative, like zero.
No,
type.
2 L's makes a J sound in Spanish.
You can't take 2 L's on top of each other.
Or is it a H sound? Or is it J sound? Asia. No, it's a J sound.
And what language
In Spanish, 2 L's in Spanish makes a J sound.
It makes a ya sound. Oh yeah, you're saying a J sound.
Come on, man.
More like a
Duolingo. Duolingo. We're not sponsored. But Duolingo.
I'm gonna say Rosetta Stone and see which one of them fight to get in our email.
Yeah. So right now we got about 25,000 viewers total across the board. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. But I hope y'all enjoyed the pod so far. We talked about a lot of things, so much that I do not remember all the things we talked about, except for Brittany Griner. Or the headline that I'm probably going to use is Joanna Man versus Dr. Eggman.
I like that one. It threw me off when you said it at first.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was looking at it, especially when I saw Victor for the first time. I was like, that's Dr. Eggman right there. Pure evil. We need Sonic to come through and just go ahead and wrap this shit up. We need Sonic to come wrap it. They dropping the Sonic movie.
I think the Sonic movies are actually good.
You seen the real life one?
Yeah.
You seen it?
Yeah. The first one. Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was all right. It was like, I think once they did the redesign, people liked it more. And then they did the Chip and Dale real life, and they brought the ugly Sonic back, and people and the internet loved it. So something good came out of it, I think, and that's why they ended up making the 2.
Oh, that's what I was gonna talk about real quick. When we was talking about the governors and stuff. What's that old ass man that was trying to legalize weed?
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. I'm gonna vote for him, man.
He's not running again.
Yeah, he is old as dirt.
I think he's older than Joe Biden.
But it's crazy. I think he can at least walk off stage without shaking the same person's hand 3 times. Sleepy Joe. God damn. Next pod, don't quote me, but if you can get one of these, we might be doing that 1 chip challenge.
Oh Lord.
What I plan on doing is we eat the chip at the beginning of the pod and we try to go as long as we can doing the podcast without drinking water.
Man, I threw up last time I did one of those.
It's all right, man. You ain't gotta do the whole chip if you're a pussy. Just do half a chip.
There you go.
So you be half a pussy.
There you go.
You can do a quarter chip and then you just be 3/4 pussy. There you go.
Oh yeah, I'm 3/4 of throbbing fat pussy, whatever.
Whoa, pause, man. What the hell? No, man. Hey, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because that man is crazy.
We can't end on that. Hey,
that man is crazy. We wrapping this one up. Shout out to all 28,000 of y'all that tuned in today. My camera's having issues. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too black. Let me turn the light on.
No. Yep, that's what it was.
There we go. I was just too black. I was just too, you know what I'm saying? I was blending in with the environment. You could only see my teeth. But shout out to all y'all for tuning in today, man. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, Hit the notification bell to know when we are live. It's going to be every
Please.
Tuesday and Thursday. You feel me?
Pull up around 7 o'clock. We come in 7 o'clock, Tuesday, Thursday. Make sure you comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you're going to see the movie. Let us know if you think they made a valuable trade. Let us know if you eat Uber Eats and if you ever had someone steal your food.
Let me know if you're going to listen to that new SZA album that dropped today.
I'm going to give my review on that. And then also follow us on Instagram.
Yeah,
DM
follow
we'll
us
answer any
on
questions.
all
Our
the social media
is on the
platforms
link.
down
Yeah.
below. We got our clips coming soon. We got everything coming soon. We're getting ready for this new year.
I've been in
So
the stew.
stay
Chopping it up with them
tuned,
clips.
man.
Yeah, see.
Stay tuned. So also if you can guess the time in the chat that we're gonna be live, because it's gonna be around 7 o'clock. If you guess 7:03, 7:10, 7:01, and you get it right, you get a special prize. You know, but you can only find out what that prize is if you pull up. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here.
And we out.
Peace.
Peace.